and welcome to our conversation on detoxification. My name is Dr. Ted Morter IV, and I want to spend just a few moments today speaking with you about what detox is and kind of clearing up some confusion. A lot of times when people talk about detox, they think of cleanses or nutritional regimes or different diet restrictions. And so I want to take the time today to talk about what detoxification is and maybe give you some pointers in a few directions. So detox is something that I want you to understand happens in our body all the time, 24/7, 365. It's always happening. It's always going on all the time. It's not just a program you do for a few days or a few weeks. It is part of your daily living. And the reason that this is so important for our health and our well-being and our success and our vitality and our energy is because we are exposed to a whole bunch of different toxicity or toxins in our environment on a daily basis. The interesting study I read showed an analysis of blood in an umbilical cord after a baby's delivery. It showed 237 different toxins in there. Wow! And out of that 237, 180 of them were carcinogenic, cancer-causing. What? It's without not without our knowledge, but without us seeking out toxic things to do. We're exposed to it. It gets into our body. Even when we're trying to live a healthy lifestyle, when we're doing all the right things, when we're exercising, we're buying all the organic foods, and we're abstaining from the restaurants and the fast foods, it's around us all the time. So I don't say this to scare you, only so that you know the score. It's like if you know it's going to rain, you bring an umbrella so you don't get wet. I want to be able to just arm you with the information so you understand why you're doing the things that you do. It's just so you know the score. So when we are exposed to different toxins and chemicals, here's another fun fact. In commerce, there are over 100,000 chemicals used in processing and manufacturing and in food preservation. 30,000 of those have been approved by the FDA, and of that, 1,700 of them are carcinogenic, but they continue to show up in our food and in our, boy, if you just go into your garage and look at some of the things you have on the shelf dealing with cleaners or lawn care products or machine maintenance, your lawnmower and the gasoline and the things that you have out there, there's a toxic exposure from those things, albeit very small. So it's okay when we get small exposures. Our body's designed to handle those and to deal with them. What I'm speaking to is our awareness of those so that we don't have a constant and consistent exposure all the time, always happening, and we can begin to move in a positive direction away from the slow trickle, constant exposure of these things in our daily life. So, let me ask you a question. Which organ do you think is the most important part of your detoxification process? A lot of times people think liver or kidneys or bowel or spleen and the immune system, the skin. But what it is the lungs. It's your breath, it's your breathing. You expel more than 2/3 of the toxicity in your body through the lungs and through the breath, which is why it's so important for you to understand the correct way of utilizing the breath so that you can, we're in the context of today, detoxify, but begin to oxygenate your blood to shift the balance of your nervous system into a healing mode and an ongoing healing response so that you shift the scales away from being in a stress, fight, lockdown, defensive mode, and you're able to flourish and replenish and rebuild and assimilate to do all of the natural healing things that our body was designed to do. So the breath is the most important one. And here's the cool thing about breathing. It's free. It doesn't cost you any money at all. It's something that you get to do right now. You're doing it right now. So let's just focus on a way we can do it that will support our body, our health, and our life so that we're able to achieve the things that we want, because without your health, you don't have anything at all. So breath, number one. If you have not studied the 4-count breathing, or the rhythmic breathing as I sometimes refer to it, go to our video on that on the Morter Wellness channel on YouTube. There's a bunch of fun videos there, one on 4-count rhythmic breathing. And you can go through the process of the correct way to do it, deep into the belly, using the diaphragm, just like you would see a baby breathe, with the belly is the only thing moving, not up here in the chest and the shoulders. If you are familiar with that, go ahead and go back and just review it. It's only a few minutes long, and it'll just help you solidify the concept and the routine so that it becomes a part of your daily living. Like I said in the beginning, detoxification is part of your daily living routine. So the second on the totem pole in our detox process is our skin. And we detoxify through the skin mostly when we're sweating. Anyone that's had a toxic issue, or maybe they've been out playing sports and they've gotten real sweaty, and the gym shirt or the shorts they don't smell very good. And it's because the toxicity comes out through the skin in the sweat. So that is why any client I have here in my office go through a detox program will get in the infrared sauna. So I want to take just a minute to talk about what infrared sauna is. It is essentially the sunshine. Infrared is a wavelength spectrum that's out of our visible light spectrum. We don't see the colors of it. We don't see the light from the infrared wave. It works a lot like when you're cold and you step out into the sunshine and you just feel that warmth, and it just penetrates past your skin deep into your body. Infrared works the same way without the ultraviolet rays. So it's all of the good stuff, none of the bad UV rays, and it heats the body up from the inside out. This allows you to achieve the results and the health benefits from using a sauna without getting the sun up to 180, 190 degrees like some other steam saunas work. This will keep it down around 130 or 140 degrees, and you get a much faster result, and you get much more of the benefit. The way that it works in your detoxification process is by increasing the blood flow. The blood vessels dilate, the blood pressure comes down, and it begins to circulate the blood, mobilizing toxicity into the blood so it can be carried out towards the skin so that it can leave with the sweat. So when you get into an infrared sauna and you spend 20 or 30 minutes in there and you're just sweating and sweating and sweating, you're utilizing the ability of your skin to effectively detoxify your body. So working up a sweat is a very important part of your detoxification. Now I know that some women, you don't sweat, you only glow. That's okay. I want you to glow as much as you can, because the more you glow, the more your body's going to detox. One thing that, a little pearl I'll throw to you. If you do get into the infrared sauna, incorporate the 4-count breathing while you're in there. Not only are you getting the benefit from the infrared wavelength, and the body begins to sweat and detoxify through the skin, but you're also utilizing the powerful detoxification ability of the lungs so that you are breathing in a way, you're synchronizing the breath and body together, and you get a double bang for your buck. This is also another great time to be focused on what it is you want. What's your chief aim? What is your goal? What is your dream? What is it that you want and want to become? Because we know we become what we think about most of the time. So this is a time where we use the breath and the body and the awareness and the mind together, all in present time consciousness. So the last part I really want to tie in here before we wrap up is how the bowel and the digestive system work in concert with our ability to detoxify, and on the front end of it, not bring toxins in to begin with. So the digestive system is a very important part of our body's ability to take things in. I find that most people that suffer from things like malaise or fatigue, they're just tired, they don't have energy, they have skin rash, poor digestion, trouble with bladder, bowel movements. A lot of it comes from undigested food. They don't have the health in the stomach and in the intestines to completely break down the food. So in short, their gut is a wreck. They're not able to break things down. So the first thing I want those people to do is to go through a regime of enzyme therapy. So it's something that lasts a few weeks. They're taking these enzymes to help break up partially undigested proteins and fats that leave the stomach and travel through the intestine and create a sludgy, gunky sort of environment. So the second thing that I have people from a nutritional standpoint take, first was the enzymes. Second is a probiotic. This is a bacterial product that is full of what we'll call the good guys. They're positive flora that work in our intestinal tract all over the place, but mainly in the large intestine and in the colon, so that there is a relationship between the environment in the intestines and the bacteria and what they eat and what they produce to create a healthy, flourishing, and functioning digestive system. So that's two things: enzyme therapy, taking the probiotics, and then lastly is a colon support. This is a product that we use here in the office that maintains and supports a healthy colon environment. So it's not a cleanse. It's not going to be something having you run to the bathroom all the time. What it's going to do is support a normal function, a healthy environment to allow you to have healthy and normal and regular elimination. You'd be amazed at how many people tell me they have a bowel movement once a week and that is normal for them. So I want you to know that is not normal. It may be common, but if that is you and you have that, or if you're suffering from fatigue or poor digestion with belching or gas, if you find that any of these symptoms are prevalent in your life, then you could probably do really well from a small detoxification process. So let me recap everything I said. Breath, the most important. Skin, we support that through bringing up our core temperature, whether it's through the infrared sauna or something as simple as exercise. Get that core temperature up, allow the body to sweat and get rid of toxicity. And then some nutritional things that help support the gut, the stomach, the small intestine and large intestine, so that they're able to break down the foods and assimilate them in an appropriate manner instead of having them halfway digested and beginning to become rancid and putrefied and gross and sludgy and gunky. We don't want our body to be full of gunkiness. It's not going to work the best way it can. So here's what we've put together here this month at Morter Wellness Center. It is a 3-week detox program. You are going to be allowed to come in here and get in the sauna twice a week for 20 minutes. And you're going to do that for 3 weeks. You're also going to get a bottle of the 3 nutritional supplements I talked about: the enzymes, the probiotics, and the colon support. So these 3 products are $64, and we charge $1 a minute for the sauna. So the sauna time is $120, so it's about $204. In fact, that's exactly what it is. So what I want to do is offer you a special here this month. If you want to come in and take advantage of this, if you feel like this is something you could benefit from, then I'm going to knock the price down to $129. So that is just about the price of what it costs to get into the sauna. So essentially you're getting all of the nutritional support as my gift to you. Now some of you I know out there in internet land don't live here in Arkansas, aren't able to come in here to the office to lie down on the table, get treated, to get into the sauna. So what I want to offer you is, if you have interest in this, then just call my office or reach me on my website. It's morterwellness.com. My phone number is 479-268-4477. What I want to do is to knock a big chunk off of the cost of the supplements for you. You call it a Christmas gift if you want. I'm going to knock 30% off of the price of those. So for just a flat fee of $50, you can have all 3 of those nutritional products. I'll stick them in the mail for you. You just have to pay the shipping for it, and you'll be able to get started on the nutritional part of the detoxification, as well as the breathing part of the detoxification. And you'll just miss out on using the infrared sauna, since you can't exactly fly here to Arkansas just to jump in the sauna. And you may have access to one somewhere else that you'll be able to utilize as part of your program here. So the program lasts 3 weeks long. It consists of you getting into the sauna twice a week and taking the nutritional products. There's no diet restriction. I'll be honest, it works a lot better for you when you're aware of certain foods that have high toxicity level. Like, if you go to McDonald's, that's probably going to be pretty toxic for your body, versus sitting around and eating raw kale and spinach. Those are the ends of the spectrum. But I want to make it realistic. And being around Christmas and Thanksgiving and holiday time and New Year's, a lot of people, they're going to be eating a bunch of junk. They're going to be putting it on, and it's a great excuse. It's the holidays, all right. So what I want for you to do is to be aware of that and to put some good things into your body that are going to help you become lean like a jet engine, so that you burn that stuff up, you rip right through it, and it doesn't weigh you down and sludge you down. So this is kind of the quick version of our conversation on detox. I hope this was helpful for you. If you have any questions or anything, please just email me at drted, D-R-T-E-D, @morterwellness.com. I'll be happy to get back to you ASAP with any of those things at all. And I really hope the best for you. I know that if you just do this, it's going to make a difference for you. So just do it. This is how we become successful in our life. We take massive, immediate action. And if it feels like something you could benefit from, I challenge you to do something about it and give us a call.